What's going on, guys? And WWDC just wrapped up about 5 minutes ago. Now I'm gonna cover some of the products that they talked about and didn't. So I'm first gonna start with the negatives, so then I can cheer you up with the positives. The first thing, or not the first thing, but things that didn't get update is or are all of their desktop line. So iMac, Mac Mini, Mac Pro, they are all not updated. So I'm sorry if you were waiting for them, but you might just as well go ahead and buy them right now, as due to the fact that they did not get an update and probably won't for another year or so. Maybe if Apple just sneaks onto Apple's website and updates them quietly, but as far as the keynote goes, unfortunately they didn't get updated at WWDC, and Apple will not probably stage another event just for that. Of course, iPhone, as I said in my previous predictions of WWDC, iPhone did not get updated. We'll probably have to wait another 3 or 4 months for that. What else? Well, of course, not the iPad. iPods. Surprisingly, iPods, none of them. iPods. I was saying it weird. iPods. They are not updated, so again, don't wait for them. Now, the software that kind of got talked about is iOS 6. They talk about that, and Mountain Lion. Unfortunately, it's not available right now with the new Macs, but it will be it will be available in about a month or so. Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm just very excited right now. So Mountain Lion will be available in a month time for just guess how much? No, well, maybe you got it right, but $20. Whole operating system for only $20. So you might just go ahead and buy a new Mac right now and then update later. Now finally the Macs. What they got updated? Well, everything that I left out. MacBook Air got some updates and MacBook Pro got huge updates. Well, no, not entirely. I'm gonna explain myself. Now, MacBook Airs did get some internal updates, inside. I'm not gonna go over these right now, but the price is, yes, it's the same for 11 and 13 inch. Now, the MacBook Pros is a shocker. You will see them all over the internet because they're kind of, well, two MacBook Pros. Yeah. Now, what I mean is, there's a MacBook Pro that we know and we love all these years. So there's the 13 inch and 15 inch. 17 inch is gone, and it's been replaced with a new one. But it's different. But it's still called MacBook Pro, but it's not. What I'm trying to say is there's 13 inch and 15 inch. Before I confuse you, just focus on this. There's 13 inch and 15 inch MacBook Pro that we all know. It got some internal updates, Ivy Bridge, and some other things. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any better of a display. It's still 1280 by 916 by 10, and 15 inch and 13 inch have the same displays as earlier. They still have optical drive. Unfortunately, I was very much looking forward to Apple removing them and maybe fitting another bigger battery, but unfortunately they still have optical drive, I think. But what they do have is USB 3.0. That's cool. So that's it for 15 and 13 inch MacBook Pros. Now we come to MacBook Pros, another one. So it's a whole new computer, but they're still calling it MacBook Pro. And the difference is, one is MacBook Pro, one is MacBook Pro with Retina display. Yes, you heard me right. Retina display with resolution of 2880 by 800. So Retina display is now on MacBook Pros. That's only Mac to have Retina display. We might see some other ones in the future. Now, it's an amazing computer. It's a whole lot better computer, but it's more expensive because Apple realized that they needed a better computer. They also realized that it's going to be more expensive. So what they did is they created a new computer that is more expensive, but they still letting you choose between less expensive and more expensive. And the difference is Retina display, no Retina display, that's how they call it, but there's more difference. And the difference is, the new one, or the MacBook Pro Retina display has no optical drive. The cooling is much different, where the other ones, the regular MacBook Pros just have that one on the back. The new ones have holes all around them to create better cooling. The display is Retina, as I mentioned earlier. The processors, and I have a little cheat sheet right here. It's up to 2.7 gigahertz quad-core Intel i7 Ivy Bridge processor. I believe it's Ivy. Yeah, it is Ivy Bridge. It wouldn't make sense if it isn't. It's under 5 pounds. It's amazing. It really is. It's a workhorse. The RAM is amazing, incredible. It's up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. I believe it's either 8 or 16. So even the basic model is still very powerful. And now the biggest, form of factor why it's so expensive is it only comes with SSD, solid state drives. So you cannot choose an option now of hard drive with this new MacBook Pro Retina display, but you can choose between different storages. So there's 512, and now it's a new one, 768 gigabytes. So that's why it's so expensive, because if you go to Apple's website and look up SSD on the MacBook Pro, I believe 512 is like 1,200 or something like that. So that's why the new one is so expensive, because it only comes with SSD. So that basically covers that. And then one big one is on iOS. They ditched Google Maps for their own Apple Maps. I guess that's how it's gonna be called. It's pretty cool. It has bird's eye view, and it looks actually a lot cooler than Street View on Google Maps. And what they did is they have taken helicopters and taken very good pictures, quality pictures of cities all around the world. So we're gonna have to see which ones are in, which ones are not in, but I'm sure Apple will update the list of cities as we progress. So that basically covers the WWDC. I hope this video hasn't been too long. I will be buying the new MacBook Pro as soon as it will be available, and it will be available in physical Apple stores tomorrow, depending on, it's tomorrow for me, it depends on when you're watching, and the prices are all the same, and the new 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pro starts from $2,200, so $2,200. It's pretty expensive, but you can actually customize it to go to $3,000 depending on what you pick, and it's really an incredible machine. So I will be getting the new MacBook Pros tomorrow, or we'll see, because I imagine the queues will be very long, and by the time I get there they might be all sold out, so we're gonna have to wait and see for that. But if you're subscribed right now, you will be the first ones to see the unboxing and review of it from me, so subscribe. Thank you for watching this, I hope not too long video, and I'll catch you guys later.